Hey guys, it's Sheletta Fisher here. I want to speak to you today about the power of honoring your voice. So many times, we honor people, we honor those in leadership positions, we honor those in political positions. We honor people we were taught, to honor. But how many times have you honored your voice? How many times have you honored yourself and what you bring in the earth and what you're here to do in the world and the change you are? And we put a lot of emphasis on other people's voices. But let's talk today about honoring your voice. What does it mean to honor your voice? Honor means great respect, great esteem, highly esteemed. And, one of my questions would be, do you respect your voice? Or do you respect the voices of others more than you respect the voice that comes from within you? One of the steps in honoring your voice is to release the shame and the stigma of other people's expectations of you. A lot of times we carry around so much shame. And shame is, the humiliation or distress that's caused by a feeling of something that you did wrong or foolish behavior. And when you realize that you didn't do anything wrong, there were no foolish behavior, then there is no need to have shame. And when you release that, it causes you to expand in your voice. It causes you to open your mouth and to use your voice and to stand in your truth and to highly esteem or greatly appreciate or greatly esteem your voice and what you bring into the earth realm. And allowing your voice to be heard, just giving yourself permission to speak without any type of acceptance or needing acceptance from people or needing acceptance or validation, or being afraid of rejection. Just allowing your voice to be heard and losing the need to explain why. A lot of times when we are not honoring our voice, we always are trying to explain as to why I'm saying what I'm saying, why I feel like this, why I believe in this. When you honor your voice, when you highly esteem your voice, when you greatly appreciate your voice, you lose the need to explain. The next thing with honoring your voice is you lose the need of comparison. You don't compare yourself with anyone else. One word that's associated with honor is distinction. Your voice is distinct. Your voice is a distinct vibration in the earth. That means when you speak, there's a distinction about your voice. There's a distinction about the sound that you bring here on earth. There's a distinction. And so with that distinction, there is no need to compare yourself with anyone else. We live in a world of social media, and a lot of times we compare ourselves by somebody else's story or by somebody else's storyline, and we don't know the backdrop to that storyline. We don't know the backdrop to, how they got to the place that they're in. There was a lady I was speaking and she said, well, I aspire to be like this woman one day. And, immediately when I saw that comment, I was like, that was it was a great compliment, but if I could sit down with her and tell her my story on how I made it to this place, she may want to change her mind about that comment, because we sometimes compare ourselves because we see people's now, but we didn't know their then. And so I want to encourage you not to compare yourself with anybody else. The only person you should be comparing yourself to is the person you were yesterday, or the person you was a few minutes ago. And that's to become a better person, or to evolve into the person that's from within, right? So I want you to know that don't compare yourself with anybody else. Another reason for honoring your voice, I call it B&B. It's bravery and it's beauty. Honoring your voice is bravery and it is beauty. When I honor who I am as a woman, in my total capacity, in my total being, that's the beauty, that's the glory, that's the shine. And it takes courage to honor your voice. It takes courage to stand in your truth. It takes courage to say, I'm standing for what I believe in. Aside from anybody's expectations of me, aside from anybody's opinions, I am standing in my truth. The next thing for honoring your voice is removing limiting belief systems, the negative chatter. So many times we have the negative chatter. Am I enough? Am I worthy? You know, is there something else I should be doing or I need to do? It's time that we remove the limiting belief systems. It's time that we remove the negative chatter and that we begin to speak over our own lives. I am enough. I am enough. I am worthy. I am valuable. I am powerful. And the last and final thing is, with honoring your voice, I want you to visualize what it looks like for you to honor your voice, what it looked like for you to speak your truth, what it looks like for you to stand up for what you believe, aside from what you've been told or you've been put in a box or tried to put in a box. Aside from all of that, what does honoring your voice look like? So today, as you go about your day, I want you to ask your question. What does honoring my voice look like? What does speaking my truth look like? What does standing in what I believe look like? So today, I encourage you to go out and to honor your voice, to know that your voice is distinct, your voice is important, and your voice is going to cause somebody else to have an inspiration to live or an inspiration to show up. So I want you to honor your voice today. Walk in your truth. Stand for what you believe.